Be a breadwinner, you can be a breadwinner. Girl, go and get that. You can achieve that.
Hello and welcome to another Breadwinning Wednesday. I am so excited that you are here with me. I am Jamila Payne and I teach women simple systems to sell and deliver a high-end signature service so that you can grow your revenue, serve more clients, and work less. And I do these Breadwinning Wednesdays every single Wednesday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is our time right now. So today we're talking about 3 factors to consider when pricing your service as a 6-figure business. And I want you to know, as you think about pricing, because I know I hear this all the time in our community, this is a big one, how to price, what should I be priced at? Am I undercharging? Am I overcharging? Will my people pay for this? Will they say, who does she think she is? I know all the things that you're thinking. What I want you to know is that your price will absolutely have a direct impact on your ability to grow beyond 6 figures in revenue in your business. If you're not priced profitably, you will not be able to sustain your business, and that's not what I want for you. The mistake that I often see women entrepreneurs making is that they're pulling their price out of thin air, or they're pricing based on what they see their competitors charging. And I want you to know this is a big mistake because you don't actually know if they're doing their due diligence or if they run any numbers behind their pricing, if they know what their expenses are, if they know what their cost of labor is, and if they've even done any of the work to identify what goes into the numbers, or they could literally be pulling the price out of thin air. Okay, so what you want to do is make sure that you are doing the work, right, to come up with the numbers. And I'm going to talk a little bit more about that in just a second. But pricing profitably is important because even if you decide to take a small salary, let's say that you're not paying yourself everything that you want to pay yourself in your business, but even if you decide to take a small salary out of your business and you're planning for that small salary to grow over time, like, maybe you're paying yourself a, what do we call it, owner's distribution, then you want to step that up to a salary, then you want to step that up to payrolling yourself. If you're doing that over time, if you don't have the full cost that it will take to pay for labor, AKA salaries in your business, if you don't have that built into your pricing, it will be extremely challenging at any point to get to a place in your business where you can consistently pay yourself. Now, when I talk to women in the Breadwinning Women community, I hear it over and over and over that you want to get your business to the next level. You want to be able to know that your business can sustain you and your family. Or on the other side of the coin, I hear women in our community who are talking about being able to get their business to a point that it can replace their salary, right? That you have a corporate job you're currently running, working now while you're running your business, and you want to be able to make that transition out of corporate into your business. And you want to do that without skipping a beat financially and knowing that you're going to have the same level or better of financial freedom and financial sustainability in your business that you have in your corporate job. If that sounds like you, give me a T for true in the chat. If you're like, yes, absolutely, Jamila, I want my business to be sustainable. I want to be at a place in running my company that I know that I can confidently pay myself, that I can feel good about what I'm earning, that I don't have to worry about it, that I know I can collect my own checks. Like, if that's true for you, let me know in the chat that is exactly, what you are, you resonate, essentially, like you resonate with exactly what I'm saying. Let me know in the chat if that is true for you. And I want to say thank you for joining, and especially if you're new to the Breadwinning Women community, welcome. I am so glad that you are here and that you are spending this time with me to work on your business and not just in your business. I wanted to make sure that I said that right. Okay, so I'm seeing those T's pop up. Awesome. I'm seeing the T's pop up in the chat. Perfect. Okay, just checking out the chat here. Hey, Angela, so glad that you are here, woman. Phyllis is here. Awesome. We got some folks watching inside of the Breadwinning Women community, several there watching as well. Okay, brilliant. All right. So you understand the importance behind pricing profitably, right? I never want you to feel like paying yourself or taking a salary out of your business is a burden, right? You don't want to be in the place of feeling like my business would be doing great if I didn't have to take all this money out to pay me, or if I didn't have to take money out to provide for my salary. I don't want you in that place, right? I want you to feel proud and comfortable in your ability to pay yourself and in your ability to pay yourself from your business. Okay. In order to do that, we have to make sure that there is enough cushion built into your pricing. And what I mean by cushion is I mean that there is a significant gap, there is space, right, in the numbers between what it costs you to deliver your services and what your clients have to invest to work with you. So let's just say, for example, if you are selling a $2,500 service, right, we want the amount that it costs you to not be most of that $2,500. Like, right, maybe it costs you, $500 to deliver a $2,500 service, right? That gives you a lot of cushion between what you need to put out in expenses and what the client is actually investing with you. And I want to say this because you might feel like, oh man, Jamila, that sounds crazy. Like if I only had to pay $500 in expenses and I'm charging $2,500, am I charging too much? Why would I get all of that profit? Right? You would get all of that profit because you're not charging based on your expenses, you're charging based on the transformation, aka the results that you get to create for your clients. Clients are paying for a result. That's why they're hiring you. They're not hiring you because they like you or you have a great personality or you're cute or they like your hair, right? They're hiring you because you can help create a result for them, and that's what they want to pay you for. I don't want you competing in your business based on price. I want you competing in your business based on the value of the transformation that you can deliver for your potential clients. Okay. So having a signature service doesn't mean offering a bunch of stuff, right? It doesn't mean like, oh, if I'm charging more, I gotta give this, like you got a list of 50 things that you need to give the clients. No, clients actually want the shortcut of the learning curve. They want the fastest, most direct route to be able to get the results. So I don't want you to think that charging more means you have to give a bunch more stuff. Clients are working with you based on value, and they're counting on you to streamline the experience so that they can get to the results as quickly as possible. So let's discuss the three factors. Right now, you understand why pricing profitably is so important. You understand how pricing profitably can allow you to build a sustainable business and I'll give you the ability to pay yourself. You understand why you want to compete on value and not just based on price. I want you to consider these three factors when pricing your services. Number one is the result that people will pay for versus the feature. I want you to have a very clear, and this is what we call it inside of Breadwinners Mastermind, transformation statement. Okay. We call it a transformation statement. Your transformation statement is your one-liner, your simple sentence that explains very clearly what people will get when they work with you, right? So for example, let's say if you were a career coach, the one-liner transformation statement would be going from a 9 to 5 you hate to your dream career. Okay, that's a simple one-liner statement. Let me know in the chat. Give me a Y for yes in the chat if you have a transformation statement for your business. Give me a Y in the chat. If not, then give me an N for not yet, right? Because maybe you didn't even know before that you needed a transformation statement. I love it. Angela says 2022 is the year of me charging my value. Absolutely, Angela. That's right. Claim it right now. Because I know the people that are in this community. You are great at what you do. You over deliver for your clients. You're giving them extra time. You're giving them extra insight. You're doing everything that you can to make them feel highly valued. And you may not be getting the value of your work in terms of financial results. And it's time that we change that. It's absolutely time that we change that. Hey, Alyssa, so glad that you are here, girl. Hey, Sally, thank you so much for joining us. So glad that you are here. Okay, awesome. So that's number one, right? So the first factor is that you want to price based on the transformation that you're creating. So you need to develop a transformation statement, a simple one-line sentence that helps people to understand the before and the after picture of working with you. So what does their life or business look like right now? I'm saying life or business depending on what kind of service you provide, right? So what does their life or business look like right now in the absence of having you and your brilliance? And then what is their life or business going to look like after they work with you? How will it be better? How will it be improved? The most clear and concise transformation statements give a very simple way of showing the before and after picture. So it's a clear picture in your ideal client's mind. Like when I say, go from a 9-to-5 job you hate to your dream career, oh my gosh, like that's clear, right? Like you're saying to yourself, oh yeah, I remember what it looked like when I was in a 9-to-5. I hate it. I remember that I had the Sunday blues about getting up on Monday morning. I remember that I didn't like my boss. I remember that I felt undervalued at work. Like you can remember what that bad experience looked like. Like that's not what we want for you. So you want to create, no matter what you do in your service, you want to create that same kind of clear picture with your clients. Okay, factor number 2 in how to price your services for 6-figure success and beyond is that you want to have other people that can support your clients. And this is what I often call like your client delivery, right? It's the process that you use to deliver services to your clients. You want to be able to hire support team members that can assist you in getting the client work done. That might be a support coach. That might be a client success specialist. If you have a bookkeeping business, that might be an assistant bookkeeper who's working alongside of you. If you have a professional organizing business, it might be an assistant organizer, right? You want to be able to have other people supporting you so that you're not the only person doing the work. I'll tell you a story. This was many years ago. I got into a terrible car accident. And when I got into that car accident, I had to be home on bed rest for, it was at least a month. It was probably a little bit longer. And, I was like moving around the house and stuff like that, but I didn't have my like full capacity to do everything that I would normally do in terms of running my business. And even though I had a team at that time, none of the team was on direct delivery. Like they were doing other things within the company. And I learned a really big lesson because guess what? As I was sitting home on bed rest, I saw my sales go down and down and down and down and down. Why did that happen? Because I was the only one who was doing the work at the time. There was no one else to deliver the service. Now, if you look at our business at Daily Success Routine today, when it comes to, Breadwinners Mastermind or our private client work, we have other support people in place that are able to work with the clients. We have other coaches that are able to work with the clients. We have had a client success specialist at points on our team that are able to work with the clients. Now we have someone in the operations role that's able to work with our clients. Like we have team members who are able to, do trainings and provide additional support to the clients, right? I don't want you being the only person that is doing all the work in your business, because what if you need a break? What if you just need a daggone day off? What if you're not feeling well, right? What if you have a funeral that you need to go to, or something that you need to attend to, or maybe you just need a day to like do nothing, right? You need a, what do you call that? A mental day, right? A mental rehabilitation day in your business, right? And I don't want you to feel like you cannot have that because you are the only person that is providing all of the service. Okay. So when you're pricing, I want you to build into your pricing strategy the ability to hire someone else on your team that can also support the clients, whatever that looks like for your business. Okay, so who's down with that? Give me a D for down. If you're like, okay, Jamila, I can see the value in this. I can see how it would make sense for me to be able to hire someone else so that I can actually just like take a break or have a day off. I don't want your business set up in a way where if you're not providing the service, you're not making any money. That's not where you want to be, right? You don't want it to be, if you're the bookkeeper in your business, if you're not doing books, you're not doing taxes, then you're not making any money. You need other people in those support roles who can help handle the client work. Okay, so that's an important part. Okay, I'm seeing those D's pop up. Okay, good, good, good. Hey, Colleen, so glad they, Colleen. Colleen, hey, Colleen. I'm like, I can't talk today. Hey, Colleen, so glad that you are here. Okay, perfect. Okay, I'm seeing the D's pop up. All right, so you totally get it. You're down to add this and build it into your pricing. Okay, love it, love it. I'm seeing the D's. Okay, awesome. All right, so let's talk about factor number 3. Factor number 3 is your cost of acquisition. Okay, cost of acquisition is basically, what does it cost you to acquire a new client? Okay, what does it cost you to acquire a new client? Now, this is all based on your business model and what method you're using to acquire clients. So let's just say, for example, if part of your business model was hosting in-person workshops, or there are some people that go to, what do you call it? Like conferences, now that conferences are starting to get up. One of our clients inside of Breadwinners Mastermind, she is a legal nurse consultant, and she was recently talking about how she had a booth at a conference, and that she did the strategy to create more visibility for her business and also to bring in some additional clients. This was something that she, wanted to do in addition to everything she was learning in the program. And so she was able to acquire clients there. Well, there's a cost of doing that, right? If you're traveling to wherever that booth is going to be set up, then there's the cost of doing that. If you're paying a vendor fee, if you need printed materials that you're going to put on your table, if you got yourself a nice little dress, a hot outfit to wear at your booth so you can look good as the people are coming up, if you got marketing materials, banners, and other things that you're hanging there to really create a nice display, all of that is a part of your cost of acquisition. Okay, so you want to know what is your cost of acquisition, and you want to be able to build that into your price. Because let's just say, for example, we mainly focus on teaching around acquiring customers online, but like, let's just go with the example, right, of a booth, because I like these, examples where you can visualize it in your head, right? Someone's at a booth at a conference. You've gone to those booths at conferences, right? So let's just say the cost of someone doing that was, $500, for example. That'd probably be on the low side, right? $500 to be a vendor at a booth. Then they need to be pricing in a way that they're recouping the cost of that investment. So let's say if they got, 2 clients at that conference, then that would be $250 cost of acquisition per client. Well, if they had a signature service that they charged $2,500 for, hey, no big deal that you spent $250. But if you had a signature service that cost you $500 and you spent $250, okay, but that doesn't give you a big enough profit margin, right? There's not a lot of cushion there. So those are things that you need to consider when you are pricing out your services so that you can make sure that you are pricing yourself profitably. Okay, so let's recap the 3 factors to consider when you're pricing your services. Factor number 1 is the result that people will pay. This is AKA the transformation that you are promising. Okay, factor number 2 is your ability to have someone else help you when it comes to client delivery and supporting your clients. Okay. And then factor number 3 is your cost of acquisition. What does it actually cost you to acquire a customer? You want to make sure that you are over and above covering that cost when you are selling your services. Okay, so I want to take any questions that you have before we wrap up here today. So if you do have a question, feel free to drop it in the chat and I'll answer any questions that you have about anything we talked about, pricing your products, or any business questions that you have at all. While you drop your questions in the chat, I want to make you aware of a special masterclass. It's actually brand new masterclass that I am teaching next week that I am literally so excited about. Listen, I went all in. We pulled out the presentation deck and everything. We got the fancy graphics for you. I cannot wait to share this with you. So the presentation is called How to Sell Out Your Service Business Without Working More Hours or without adding more to your schedule. What, Jovian, am I screwing it up? Tell me what's the title. It's How to Sell Out Your Service Business Without Working More Hours. I'm pretty sure. So let me know, Jovian. I'm probably misspeaking here. Okay, how to sell out your service business without working more hours. Okay, I got it. All right, thank you. So that is happening next Wednesday, which is the 27th at the same time, 6 p.m. So the same time we do Breadwinning Wednesday. So here's what I want you to know. Instead of being live streaming in the group, this is going to be a private closed door session that I'm going to do on Zoom. Okay, because this is like new material. I really want to reveal it to a select group of people. So it is going to help you. What we're going to cover in this workshop, number 1 is going to help you. Thank you, Angela. She's laughing at me like, girl, get your name right. Yes, we got it. Thanks to Jovian. So I'm really excited about this because it's going to help you with the 3 key areas that you need to focus on in your business that will help you to sell out your services. So right now, if you're in that place where you're like, listen, I'm in Q2, Jamila, I'm ready to ramp up my sales. I'm ready to bring in clients. I'm ready to hit those big revenue goals. I want to stop working so hard. I want to work with less stress. I want to be able to get more done in the same amount of time, or even better, less time. Okay, if that sounds like you and what you're looking for, then I want to make sure that you attend the special masterclass that I'm doing next week, that I'm revealing it for the first time with you. So to register for that, you can register absolutely free and attend as complimentary as my guest. The web address is dailysuccessroutine.com/get started. So that's dailysuccessroutine.com/get started in order to register for that session. Okay, so let me check and see if you have any questions that you'd like me to answer before we wrap up today. I want to make sure that I can get your questions answered. Okay, so I don't see any questions posted. So if you do have a question and you're on live with me, you can feel free to unmute and ask your question live. But if not, then I'm going to wrap up today's session. If you guys are like, listen, you killed it, slam dunk. I already know now how to price my profitable services, then amazing. So if you come up with a question, if you're watching a replay, then feel free to put #replay in the comments and drop your question so that I know that you checked out the video, and I'll be sure to pop back in and check the comments tomorrow and answer any questions you had. All right, so that is our Breadwinning Wednesday for today. I hope you have a fabulous rest of your evening, and I can't wait to see you next week for our special live masterclass. Until then, bye for now.